Absolutely everything here. CT flash will be coming through momentarily, and the first bit of contact has been found.
Yeah, but it's a main switch, and Immort's good on the first. Well, first Kovac down, xantares gone, only Niko left, then Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, the B-side's yours, I believe is how the saying goes.
I believe so, and unfortunately that is going to be 2 players remaining, and that should be round done. They might even have considered saving the armor and Julie's here. They've got a smoke there as well, but that's very clean from Eternal Fire. Nothing too flashy, wait for the push, hit the shots, barely took any damage.
And Henry, I tell you what, we get a perfect opportunity throughout this map to try and slowly convince Janko that Anubis is fun to play.
Well, I'm not hating on Anubis per se.
What is it then? If it's not hatred, it's just like a
jealousy.
You favor the maps that are more familiar.
No, I just hate vertical. Like Anubis is fine. It's still like people are still figuring out how to play it.
Definitely.
I don't like that a little bit. It's difficult for CTs to get any early control, like early aggression. It's very difficult to take those fights.
Like mid, dark, they're all uncomfortable.
Let me tell you though, Eternal Fire, they've got some really cool tricks up their sleeve. They've got stack nades on every single map now, including Anubis. You'll see them when they throw the stack nades. Every single time they stack nades, it bounces through the flash windows. 3 of them will land in dark, and it gets a kill every time. Like, no one else is doing it, and you should watch out for that. Like, they've been in the lab. Eternal Fire are a team you need to watch out for this tournament.
And here it's weird. It's like whoever gets the first headshot in this pistol can probably win it. I think the flash from the CTs, maybe it was missed.
Not exciting. I mean, a full T-bias map. You've heard Janko's frustrations of those limits for the CTs early, but so far we have found a lot of teams. Yeah, it depends on the team, how far they can get. JKS is quite the anchor. Safe from the flash, and a second on the cards. That's 2 for the A anchor, and now rotates her in. So is Eternal Fire. Niko yet to frag. It's Immor's responsibility to clear up Heaven's side as that smoke starts to fade. Big fight for xantares here. Immor, perfect. Strikes, backs a turn, and he gets a second as well. Niko unprepared.
I was going to say, they haven't even planted yet. They're forcing the issue for those smokes. If they lost the man advantage, 3 versus 2. Monacy with the AWP, and Hunter, he's got the kit and the aim, it seems. Great shot towards xantares. Brings it back to an even keel.
Need another. Immor still on a heater. 4. This could be the ace from Immor. You talk about the individuals. Eternal Fire looking flamey. That's brilliant. An ace.
That's a round of applause right there. That's the AWPer of the team, stepping up with an ace. Not bad at all. So he's replacing.
Eternal Fire can catch them sleeping a little bit here. That was a 4v3 retake.
Oh, sleeping was X-Floud. Is it Floud or Flood?
X-Floud.
Floud, like a cloud. As X-Floud is good for the first. I don't know if they're going to account for Hunter, though. It seems like he was just a little bit early on the cross, so there could be an element of that if they choose to return.
Plenty of time, plenty of utility, just feeling the map out. Niko could be dangerous here. xantares tucking himself in towards the window and striking towards the danger man of G2 there. So another 5 versus 3 advantage. You would assume this one's going in their favor. Hunter can't really justify sitting in that corner much longer, but we'll have to push up and see what's available in T-spawn as they're starting to coordinate themselves toward that A site. Just JKS holding with the 5-7, and they're going to go through the motions here. They're not just going to walk in. It looks like they're going for the full execution, not going to give anything away.
And here's the thing, Henry, as well. You know, this is probably a style that G2 hasn't really faced on Anubis to this extent. So maybe it's not, you know, if they would watch a game and then prepare for it specifically, like, it wouldn't be as difficult. But when it's happening, you're like, we should be having an answer to this, but we don't, right? It's, you know, it's an execute heavy style. You need to be good with your counter utility, buy time, play together, right? Like, and that's what they did. You know, JKS did a good job in the first gun round. Got 2 kills,
that's all he has
bought
to
a little
do,
bit of time for everyone else to come in, and then in the 4v3, they sort of just walk into their deaths. It was a little bit strange.
That was a straight up bomb. Hadn't even planted there. They committed 2 players through with no utility. That was quite baffling, but early stages still, like I said, heavily T-sided map. We haven't hit the alarm bells for G2 just yet, but it's going to be maximum loss bonus, of course. Monacy with the AWP. No one really fragging. Niko and xantares both on Slayer right now. Monacy will have to take matters into his own hands. A lot of AWPers go towards dark at the start, of course, but they can be very nimble. They can anchor towards A. You want to be changing things around each and every time.
And it has to be said, this is a must-win map for
JKS just said it's kind of a relief, you know, to getting those records that start turning everyone's heads, just getting it off of your back. And Monacy, wow, he's going to get Major straight on his. Perfect, flattened as they come knocking at B.
Yeah, seeing a lot of AWPers use that platform at the start to get the opening pick. It's Major that goes down, the in-game leader, the brains of the operation. But here comes the Brawn. xantares working towards dark. And normally need the Molotov, the flashbang combo to get in towards dark. CT's built a reservoir of smoke grenades outside dark this stage to keep you locked out the entire round.
Some players have really got a knack for that dark timing, though. Just getting in, just worming away, just as someone comes.
It's definitely like the focal point, at least in the meta right now. Everyone's trying to work towards dark, take info away. But this will be the execution again. And bear in mind, they had a man deficit before, managed to pull it through. Could happen again. Here comes that execution. Flashes to come in. JKS to defend.
Yeah, he has niko with him as well this time. JKS is poised and, ooh, kind of tuck in tight, evade the spray. They're so close. It's fine, it's fine. And now as they turn tail, that smoke will fade. And there'll be no one home. So all just smoke and mirrors at this point.
Yeah, I'd say it's a bit of a round reset, but that they have no real utility to execute towards A now. 30 seconds. They're going to start being pushed by JKS, who's reading this perfectly. Should be the first G2 round here.
Yeah, should. Certainly with a frag like this. That's the bomb carrier. xFloud down. And yeah, likely the round as well. They're lost in limbo. niko pushes. He's pushed the limit of that. It's fine, isn't it? 10? I mean, you're not even going to get through the first fight. xantares delays them. Good damage and a round victorious.
Well, we are calling xantares after the last event the Turkish Terminator.
I like it.
We're having a lot of fun with that. Or the Turkish Talisman as well. We're trying to come up with all different sorts of things. But that one he's not going to pull off. Causes a bit of damage towards the end. And a double up setup recover for G2, first round.
Plenty of money in the bank for Eternal Fire. And I think if you're G2 now, you go for the strat where the 4 players, they hold one guy from Eternal Fire down and niko shoots him. So he gets that first kill of the game. So he gets into the game because he couldn't even get the kill in the back.
Go towards
just for style points. They work on this T side. You can see a bit more of a forward defense on the A side of things. So G2 not going to let that be acquired for free. If they throw the exec without clearing, that's the clear, that's the flash, and that's the frag. It's JKS, good for 1. Traded out and sticking around. Monesi, even though the low HP, he's bounding around, looking for multi-frag. And they're scared of him. Eternal Fire genuinely perplexed as they try and break through. Now the rotation's in, and Monesi still looking at all the right places. The moving, the shaking, it's perfect from Monesi, just locking down this site. Another one for Monesi. One by one, they fall. Triple in total, and xantares, yeah, he's got his tail between his legs.
I don't know, these are the situations he thrives in. First kill, Monesi, though, with 4 in total. Lovely little setup play there as well. Oh, Hooksy, I like that. We had Limpin afterwards, who called for the rotations as well. I would say, at that point, just take the risk, get in there and see if you can trade him out.
Yeah, but, especially because
towards middle of the AWP, he's going to have one of those halves now. He's going to recover this for G2 because he's got in their heads. They're going to be avoiding that A bomb site, and now he understands that he can be a little bit more dynamic. Obviously, Major, that is a technical smoke. Hooksy's having none of it. He's pushed out to B, bro. xFloud absolutely eviscerates him there.
Yeah, there is a chance Hunter goes overlooked. Well, they won't even choose to investigate, but yeah, it's G2 still have info early B. An early casualty. Hooksy forced to watch now from the sidelines.
That's a smoke to bait for Hunter. Outside B, his teammates smoke, so now they maybe won't expect him here.
Yeah, it's about timing and...
Oh, certainly not. He's reloading that, yeah.
Should be Hunter's frag back in. In the meantime, mid is getting pressured. You can see xantares already brings niko low, forces him away, so there's a gap there. And if they can park xantares, he's getting very proactive. They're looking for a bit of a mid pincer into the A hit, and on the jiggle, just the shoulder. xantares does come and knock it. Monesi, though, stamps Major's ticket. And this is the pivot. They've got more time, and there's less, I was about to say, information lost. Hunter's pushed all up B, calling mid clear. He'll hear this, he'll hear this.
He's timed it very well. He drops down now. He probably catches at least one. That's unfortunate, but still his advantage. He can maybe even deny the plan here.
Yeah, it's all about that trigger discipline, making that choice. xFlow, he's just safe. He's safe, but in more. A free frag, looking to double up. Quick one out of xFlow.
Quite messy not to have anyone watching Dart, but at least the bomb is down at 3-on-3. It's a winnable situation. niko hoping for the flashbang to come through. Could be swinging now, and that should be it. That's a great shot. Low HP on these last 2 players. And in xantares, he'll have to step up. There's any chance. 3-on-1, he can win these, but can't quite find the reload.
I was surprised JKS is like swinging on if they could just hold while the defuse comes. A little bit unfortunate for Hunter, but you can see I love those little details, right? Like I think Hunter is calling that kill, but still gave crucial info and allowed G2 to win their 4th straight.
Good to see xFlow in the feed. His 2nd frag so far here on Anubis, and we will reiterate, this is Eternal Fire's pick, so a must-win from our experts to the left and right of me.
So it'll be their first tactical timeout as well. They were 5-0 up, lost 4 in a row. Oh, I think
whiffs the flash. Second's good. xantares has vision, and surely they're dead. Dead men! It's actually a quick one out of JKS. And now alarm bells are ringing, right, Yanko? A site's lost. You just have to exec?
You have to go. There's too much information lost, too much space lost. You just have to go B at this point.
Well, and xantares threat them with a spray. Cost him a lot of his health, but already they're limping. I mean, you sure some damage is done, but information is almost entirely going G2's way, and so are the frags. xCloud's been caught, Immor tagged up on the smoke fade, and now, yeah, niko's already in your spawn. He's coming for you.
And also, in this situation, I wouldn't save here, right? Like, well, they won't get the chance to, most likely, but even if they wanted to, it's like, then you have 2 players with no money and guns, 3 guys with no guns, but 3K,
yeah.
And then your money becomes weird for the end of the half. So, you know, even if niko wasn't on their flank, they should have tried to do something, try to plant, die, have buy next round, and then have a full buy again. Sometimes teams don't think about this when they save, like how you're actually ruining your economy. It's different when you get 3,000, but you're saving an op and everything else, right? Like, because with that you can win and pistols.
But when you take a look at, you know, the power of these CT opening moves, something you were critical of, look at what, like, that is a round-winning frag by pushing and confirming no one's canals, no one's T-steps, Rug's dead.
Well,
like,
yes.
That's like what? That's the equivalent of, I guess, having banana, 2 frags and a deep smoke banana in the first 10 seconds.
But you see, xantares had the advantage in that fight. He should have gotten that kill. So, like, it's difficult. Like, you're going for that.
Monesi missed his flash.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he was just tucked in, but. The problem is, right, like, it shouldn't be that hard for the CTs. It shouldn't be such a disadvantageous fight.
Right.
And probably, you know, okay, xantares doesn't get the kill. Eternal Fire maybe should have been a little bit faster to hit the B site, you know, because you either have to go immediately or slow it all the way down and come back. I mean, that's a nasty one from JKS. He should have never gotten that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the individuals, I mean, I know we do sound a little like a broken record, but it counts for a pillar of consistency with none other than niko, who's about to get himself only the 1.
1.5.
Yeah. xantares, he is bleeding. Maybe not going to last too much longer if he heads towards
We say
Hunter.
in Serbia he's on life support.
Yeah, he is.
That's how you call it. He's heavily injured. He's on life support.
That's not bad. I'm going to steal that one, put that in my pocket for later.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is the nice flash lineup to get them in, and, well, they got 2 to receive. Ooh, it's xantares. Returns the favor to xantares, needs this onto Calyx, and mission accomplished.
Big kills there from xantares. Had to land those, and it looks like it's going to be a clean finish as well. 3 in total for the in-game leader as they take the lead. Now this is alarm bells. As we said, very much a T-sided map.
As the round was ending, so it's not like he wanted to overrule something. He probably has a very good idea of what the opponents want to do. And sure, if you win the gun round, then it's also sort of a 2-for-1. That can be, you know, 9 secured for your team. So
A side of things, and niko's lining something up of his own design. Okay, now I'm curious. Is that going to look like mid-aggression? It looks like mid-aggression. Uncertainty now amongst the ranks. Eternal Fire is saying, I just heard a mid-smoke. Yeah, xantares is desperately like, I guess I'll throw one of my own.
Definitely one of those situations.
That's what you were talking about, right?
Yeah, you just want to hold things up now, see what they have done with that. Reclaim some territory of your own utility. But yeah, Hunter will have smokes behind him. And for now, sitting in towards dark, not feeling comfortable at this stage. He's got himself an incendiary so he can force Calyx off once again in this rock, paper, scissors affair.
Ooh, he's through. He's through. A big duel for Calyx to win. Hunter goes down, an opening for Eternal Fire, trying to break this streak out of G2. Odyssey doesn't let those go.
He hasn't missed much since the gun rounds began. Looking to break the streak of 6 rounds in a row. We're back to a 4-4. Unfortunately, though, T-side just have a couple of flashbangs left. xantares another prime position.
Surely going to get cleared. I mean, he needs niko now, and he's just arrived in time as Calyx comes for the clear. It's 1 from xantares. niko silent, and a nade should finish the job, if not for the bullets of xFloud. Now, awkward. Monesi, you said he hasn't missed much. He has looked like he's using the easiest gun in the game. He is the guy that makes it look like the easiest gun in the game. Oh, again, that corner bests him, but he gets the bomb down all the same. Trade. Unavailable, nearly pinches his
Brave
bottom.
maneuver.
Just jumps across.
Well, it's worked out for him. 2-on-2. Of course, they have kits, and Monesi is forcing the issue. Finally, he does miss, but JKS will strike back. xantares is so low, he can get away with these, but he's been pinned into a corner.
He needs Monesi first. Somehow he needs to find that first frag onto the healthiest member. JKS 10 HP. Monesi jumps across, and that'll do, I guess. Over to Yanko for the breakdown.
What? They didn't even time the defuse, did they? Or maybe I missed it. I'm not sure. But why is he jumping over JKS? Is
Here
low
I come,
HP.
$7,000. I'm the healthy one.
That was brave. That's confidence for you. That's feeling it. I mean, look also from the moment xantares got a kill, the 5v4 lasted for what, 3 seconds? Because G2 is already making they were making an information play to begin with, and that's just good CS. That's playing with confidence, like always going for plays, going for moves. I don't know what this was, but
It pulled the crosshair.
I mean, he's 16-4 right now. I guess he can do whatever the hell he likes at this stage if you're playing like that. So from the window, he finds him more, the rival sniper of the Turkish side. So right now it's a double AWP setup as well. So xantares presumably using this towards the B side of the map. Yeah,
he's actually their designated secondary, interestingly enough. They've finally banned niko from the AWP role.
And he's in towards dark.
Yeah, this is going to be a duo to Bray.
Oh boy,
things you hate to see.
That's clumsy.
Fumble the boost, loud step, re-smoke, and Hunter with a nade.
Oh, that's what you get. Run away if you make that sort of footstep.
Oh, the punishment.
You could tell on the player cam, he was talking. Like when you saw the mid-jump, he was talking, so he knew it.
Karma is real.
You've got to just accept that one and say, well, we've messed this up, fall back.
That's why
you and I have done that before. Yep. Fall back. We've definitely done that
That's
before.
why they should have bought Hunter, but I just did a terrible job of trying to sell him.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You did do a terrible job, yeah.
Who won that? Was it Harry?
Yes.
Yeah, because he was just...
He bought love, though.
He brown-nosed his way into it.
Yeah, I didn't like that. The yellow card, if you ask me, but my God, this guy keeps on delivering. That must be 20 frags by now. Or 18.
Or 18.
Or 18.
Yeah,
it must be 18 or 20, something like that. And just major.
But it's a great example. Like, what works well against utility, execute-heavy teams that have to go everything, you know, step by step. It's an AWP that's aggressive, right? Like, while you're setting up for nades, while you're trying to take control, he's just there slowly dry peeking you, right? And the adjustments take time for Eternal Fire because the plans are so set. Ooh.
Yeah.
Danger snuck in, though.
I like that he's used this smoke so effectively. Monacy was, and is covered by niko.
We haven't seen any crazy individual moments from Eternal Fire yet. Their initial 5 rounds was pretty standard stuff. And yeah, no one seems to really be lighting the scoreboard up. Only one player on, that'll be xantares as we enter round number 14, taking another tactical timeout.
This is a very aggressive fight to take. I think they must have smoked from spawn. Like, that smoke was up so quickly, it must have just been a CT smoke from spawn. I know you could throw that. And then just taking the window to it. Now, niko is on the fastest flanks, and that's Calyx clothesline. Did not see that one coming. 4 on the side. Pushing into Hunter. Perfect. Play off the flash. It could and should be both of them. xantares scarpering. Just looking to survive at this point. They're going ringing around the rosy. X-Cloud shows face in CT. In the meantime, Imor's just been isolated. Monacy's handing out haircuts. Watch out, lads. Okay, Pain Train arrives, pulls into the station, and there's nothing for X-Cloud to do.
Well, morale's going to be low now. That's 9 rounds in a row after a 5-0 lead. What the hell has gone on here? And I think Yanko's dead on. It's Monacy, the stifling play at the start of each round. If you just take down, even if it's 1 kill and you get away, any set piece they had in mind, any strategy they've worked on and sat on the server doing, is completely thrown out the window.
Easy there, Ryder. niko nearly got caught by xantares' spray. It's a
middle is brutal on the CT side.
Fight.
You get spammed to death through the smoke. You don't have any real control. You're just falling back to more defensive lines, delaying. xantares will play here on the CT side as well. niko, you can see, can't escape range duels. It's just about slowing them down, falling back to the defensive lines, calling for rotations, or you get taken down like that. And if you do lose middle, a key position, it's very difficult to recover. We need some sort of reaction maybe towards the A side of the map, as they are hightailing it in towards dark, potentially.
Yeah, just covering their bases as they wait for
They're
that dark
towards
fade.
A, though.
Yeah.
So sending a more in to keep the players on this side of the map, but the bomb potentially goes back towards A.
This is quite spicy. G2 seem to have not yet been bitten by that bug. You can see flirting with the rotation is JKS. But it's xantares who's confirming still no action. And a weird shot that's a bit suspicious. It doesn't seem G2 are going to bite, though. So it is all on one man.
He keeps giving an easy shot here. If he gets it again, you got a problem.
Saw the bomb.
And he gets away. Throws himself a smoke. He's here to play. Monacy, go on. Hey, take them all, mate. He's knocked the shoes off of Imor. This is the follow-up. My goodness.
Look at the HP. They've been absolutely wrecked here. But it's the first winnable round they've had at this point. But Hunter with the boost above the smoke, and more didn't see it coming. xantares and Major, the dastardly duo, trying to hold on to this final round here, but no saving here. xantares strikes to open things up. In-game leader remains up against xantares and Hunter.
Will it really be 10 rounds in a row for G2? Can Major break their silence at the end of the half? Hunter v Major, and it's Hunter who reigns supreme, 10 in a row for the G2 defense. And we talked about the prowess of the attacking side of Anubis. Well, they better step up their defensive game, otherwise Eternal Fire's pick is going to go.
Map, they just dropped off completely. G2 now with the wind in their sails, going for a fast A play here. The flashbang deployed early, and the Molotov as well. Down to Amor's Julie's the gunslinger, and he gets the first, can't light them up. Equal trade comes in for now.
It's going to get messy. Very quick, back and forth. You can see constant flurry of frags. It's xFloud that does manage to be the difference maker. A double from him in the exchange. Now they're all there. Yeah, okay, Modesty, you're great, but are you 1v3 great already? Look at his first shot. Burrowed into the skull of xFloud, now quaking in his boots. And xantares, give this man an inch. He'll take the mile. He could take the clutch. He's got 70 seconds. Go easy now as the palms get sweaty for Calix. Oh dear, he's doing it! Modesty just dancing around the pillar. Calix holds his nerve in the face of a demigod. That was nearly madness.
It's so uncomfortable, but they do have a buy, of course. They won the previous round, and Amor will be joining with the FAMASes as they come through. So look at xFloud. They needed that pistol, I think it goes without saying, but more importantly, they need this round. So G2 didn't get the bomb down. Usually that'd be a full Econ as well.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think obviously there's a bit of a random element. Oh, wait.
Hang on.
What's happening?
How's that for a random element, Yanko? How's that for a random element?
It's not random at all. One flash is all it takes. $200, Alex.
Oh, and then he
That's
gets...
such a shame.
I looked away from the screen for 1 second.
They can still win this technically, but it's going to be very difficult. They've got no armor bearer in mind, so it'll have to come in right here, right now. A double kill required, and xFloud has fired it. It's going to be 2-on-2 for now. They can smoke off main entrance. That might be enough. Both players are there. They have to go for the defuse right now.
Get on site, somebody! Now, the smoke is up. It won't be for forever. They'll fake it out. They're hoping for the boost. niko and Hunter, the cousins, Nade there. Taste of his own medicine, perhaps. Just needs to get him off the road. That is beautiful. G2 convert with nothing in their pockets, and they still walk into B.
The co-watch.
Oh my god, that's a full eco as well. They had one Deagle and a few Glocks. They're a great flashbang. Yanko's dead on. Look how effective that flash was. They got absolutely wrecked. And xFloud said he had to get the double kill, even nailing it, and somehow through the smoke the double kill comes through. And Modesty, so brave here, just willing to challenge towards middle of the AWP. No utility required. Smoked off now though. Gets the reload in, and the CT's cowering in their boots. They can hear him coming. xantares is a little bit questionable in middle sometimes. Likes to be over-aggressive. If he hits his shots, it looks amazing. If he dies, can cost him a lot of rounds. He's going to flush him out.
Yeah, he's going to feel that pressure and see what his reaction is to it. An incendiary of his own design. Hunter's already managed to get a lot of ground, and now he's been denied. He has got to be calling for help. A third Molotov invested by G2, and look where it's got them. Actually, a defensive smoke. They could disrespect it. They think better of it as the spray connects. xFloud, good on the first blood. Nearly both of them. niko's had his bell rung as well. Calix caught out. It's Modesty.
That awareness from Modesty, though. Good lord. So niko lead the charge, low HP, willing to take the first shot on the chin, and Amor misses it. That's a huge lifeline now. He's going to be struggling here. Has to hit at least one of these, and niko takes him down. That might be the round. That's maybe not quite good enough. Needed to hit at least one of those shots. We talked about Amor. He's replaced Woxic, of course, the AWP. Can be amazing, but streaky at times. The shots he really should hit don't normally land, especially on this map.
That's a table punchy moment.
Yeah, exactly. He did that a lot last week as well on this map.
He's a big guy as well. I hope we have some spare ones.
Big old boy. It's like 6'5", I think. Yeah, be careful.
Giant of Eternal Fire. Major, of course, going to be holding on to that AWP, so they'll have another attempt. But yeah, it does just feel like the...
and that was close to a 3v5. Like, niko was on 10 HP, right? But he's the guy who's, as Henry pointed out, going in first with low HP to get the information.
He's designed to die there. He's jumping over the angles twice, 3 times, and still survived. Like,
and this is around Eternal Fire, you know, can't afford to lose, being down 12.
As this one just crumbles away in front of their very eyes, a map pick of Eternal Fire. Currently down 13-7 on the less exciting half of the CT forces. They did save weaponry, but...
immediately forces the whole CT squad to have to acknowledge.
Yeah, it's very detrimental. It's incredibly hard to hold, and it's very important you hold on to it. That's the problem. So, Amor will be there, but he's only got, what, an M4 up against niko. He's going to challenge him any second. It's a decent angle with the flashbang. At least gives him the information here. Good job, but the trade for now. Back and forth we go. Bomb drops. xantares already been legged at the start of the round. He'll get one as well. calix and xFloud rotating in from the B bomb side. Very nice open plan here as you see the rotate from the connector.
Yeah, going to go through it. Looking the wrong way. m0NESY going to perhaps be caught out by this one as he just gets his crosshair bang on the money just in time. I thought he was dead to rights. Looking the wrong way. Doesn't matter.
It's not fair, Alex. Like, it's not fair that, you know, you get out of he's caught out of position relatively odd that you get good timing on him. He's just so fast, so quick on adjusting.
There's a few, like, I think Wonderful's very similar in that regard as well. When you think they're out of position and out of luck, they somehow find a way, a shot, some sort of awareness.
And another name I throw in the ring for that type of player was Brokey. And look at Major pushing.
Got to do something, I suppose. He might have slipped the nets here. JKS won't be aware of it. This is big. This corner on the right is very powerful.
He's done well with that one, hasn't he? Major, quite the opposite of that. In fact, the nade even catches
50 damage.
Jeez, that's perfect. And xantares already walking in. What? He's puffing up his chest and taking a leisurely stroll. Caught off guard. I think he was looking at the wrong screen. And that's the end of m0NESY as well. G2 looking human in this one as calix looks a little robotic in his execution with that deagle.
Surely. You don't need to peek that, my friend.
Let's be cool, man. Be cool. Be cool. He's on for...
You had the bomb.
A round performance here. 3 could be 4.
Smoke as well. If you smoke this off now, it's done.
You missed the AWP shot, it might not be.
Good job. All right, first sign of life here. For the first time in a while, I'm afraid. Eternal Fire do pick up the round. Desert Eagle headshots all over the place, recovering the AWP and the AK-47. They might be back into this.
I was a little bit confused why m0NESY is the second guy running in with an AWP behind xantares and not niko, but sure. I guess when you're playing as well as he is.
Yeah, send him in. Get it done. calix, though, starting to wake up. That's going to hurt. Oh, max damage grenade there to calix and the Molotov to follow things up as well. His round is pretty much over. He'll have to fall back.
And with that combination of Molotov from xantares, you've got Dark very early on.
He's tucked in, they don't know.
Yeah, well, you'd think. He should have the element of surprise. xantares flattened by the Immor AWP. We need more of that. The impact has to be felt here from Eternal Fire's individuals, and xFloud and Immor aware that niko's still here at the door. And there is an adventure on to way. Major with an AWP on the tight line, but m0NESY, half of his age, and poof, beheads him. Major pulled the trigger first, though. And Hunter is hunting. Yeah, he's got a very good timing here. It's not ideal to lose m0NESY, but there is perhaps a gap here for Hunter to do something absurd. Backs turn, double spray. Hunter executes the A defense. xFloud does hold on just enough to keep the round interesting. Bomb miles away. JKS quite the contrary. He's already knocking on the main door. He's been spotted out. A lot of uncertainty going both ways at this point.
Absolutely. niko recovers the bomb at T steps. He's aware those CTs might have found this and just checking every single angle, like Rugs, for example. He does manage to thread the needle. calix is en route, but JKS confirming that he's still clear. Has to pick up the pace now. Don't want to get an awkward spot. They'll re-smoke towards heaven. Now, does xFloud want to challenge this before his teammate arrives? This is the real important moment around here. His teammate's not going to be helping deny the plant, so what's the play?
They faked. They faked.
No way.
5 seconds. If he was just to knock him off the bomb. Doesn't take the chance. And they're going to be partnering up. JKS, I think he heard a step. I heard a lot of communication there from the G2 camp. And calix does have the element of surprise. Finds lethality eventually. And niko's known. Needs to hit the headshot. calix solid for the double. And we will start to see a bit of a second half established.
Bit of a resurgence here. And that's going to be their 4th round in the half after breaking the streak of 4 there for G2. A little bit clumsy from calix at the end, but he got the job done, double kill. And that was a huge utility damage there from niko, actually. So max damage grenade, push calix back. But here's a more solid shot. xFloud as well, managing to stay alive. I like the fact he didn't commit and try and deny the plant. At least they gave him sort of a fighting chance for him to play this round together.
Yeah, and we saw what, how the round... Kind of missed the music when it's gone. Again, they get xantares established into Dark, but this time the pressure's going to be much more front-loaded. JKS walking on in, looking to demand respect, gets a bullet between the eyes instead, and Major does the same. xantares down, Hunter, niko fighting in, not giving up without a fight. There's still one on the back of the site. It's calix. Hiding behind in the smoke. niko coming very loudly through it. And that really gets awkward for Monacy.
Here we go. AWP on AWP action, boys.
1v2 goes 1-on-1. He's playing cruel games, walking on in, and Monacy, he's so set. He just plays this game in a different dimension than everyone else.
And I guess it's not the worst play from Amor. Like, you're trying to present the unexpected, right? You're behind smoke, you don't think, of course. Monacy's just there, ready and waiting. Calix did well to get a couple of kills here, took down niko, jumping up towards the platform as well. But ultimately, there it is, map points. Going to take 6 in a row now with the little guns going forward. As, yeah, Monacy, another fantastic round.
What's his thinking
frags.
here? When he's fake, is he just thinking about the CT?
The rotation is going to be quick, so just doesn't want to lose the round in a silly way where a guy sneaks through immediately.
He's sitting there punching in the digits.
And how well Monacy is playing. I like how niko is just jumping through to give him the info. But I was like, it's a 2v2. Why are you jumping through the smoke and making so much noise? But yeah,
I mean, it
works.
It's one of those things where you can't really critique Monacy too much at the moment. Looking like a superhero in a professional match of Counter-Strike. Oh, aggression! Aggression rewarded, and just as we talk about his superhero qualities, he looks human. Lets that one go.
It is a huge frag, but niko pulls one back. It's up to JKS. Almost certainly gets this one. Major oversteps the mark, and Hunter is behind enemy lines here. xantares is almost certainly dead. There's nothing he can do. He has no idea.
Good game.
No, he's going to get both. Oh, he knows. He wants the double. He wants the double. Hunter! Oh, the rage-inducing double. Back-to-back rounds as well in the previous.
Doesn't feel good.
No, sir. No, sir. And in fact, this hurts as well because xFlower's not going to...